initiating this charity, but also to me, what's so impressive with the QBs vs. Cancer is how many people have across the country have gotten involved with it. And, to start a foundation like that is pretty incredible. And so I'm going to turn it over to Carter in a second to explain it. But basically, Carter was recognized as one of 22 student athletes in the country, 11 of which are from Division I, and then 11 from all the other divisions for the community service, and it's the AFCA. I think we lost. I'm still talking because I don't know if we're on.
Yeah, keep talking. I don't know what. We're just not on here at Pizza One.
Oh, well, that's okay. We'll let people eat in peace then, I guess. But this is the AFCA Good Hands Award, which you often see on the Sugar Bowl. It gets announced at halftime or sometime during the game. Sugar Bowl on New Year's Eve. So are we good to go?
Yeah, keep going.
All right.
Fine.
So, Carter, tell us about QBs vs. Cancer. I know you've been on before, but I'd love for you to share that again.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start from the beginning. What I did is I reached out to, I think, over 240 Division III quarterbacks and just checked in if they wanted to help out. Kind of what I do is I then go and reach out to high school quarterbacks or middle school quarterbacks and see if they want to train and work out with me. And then that money I had them pay $25 per hour, and all that money goes straight to the charity. And then it's individualized for each quarterback. So whatever quarterback from Division III wanted to join in, they did that same thing, raised money, and they picked a charity that was close to them.
So how many quarterbacks in all have participated in some way in this?
I think we're around 10. Last year, I think we were at 6 or so. And then this year we had a few new guys. And then there was one kid that helped out again this year. So I think we're around 10.
Yeah, which is, like I said, that a couple weeks ago when I mentioned, if this was a Division I that gets a little bit more publicity
right.
and things, but
Well,
here it is, right?
And this award, this is very, very select. Few people get this. You're talking 11 guys from D1.
Right.
And then,
there are more All-Americans than there are.
And then you've got 11 guys
this.
spanning, Division II, Division III, NAIA, and then FCS.
Yeah.
So,
and so
one of 11.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's incredible.
From Division II, III, and NAIA.
And two of them were on the field last Saturday. So
that's right.
That's pretty cool.
Center, I believe it was, for
center
Denison.
from Denison got it as well. So that's pretty good stuff.
And what is the charity of choice this year for you?
For me, I split it between Angel Wings and the Gratiot County Party Foundation. So I actually just dropped the check off to Damon today. So
that's awesome. And I do love that they stay local, and like Carter said, each of the QBs that participate in this get an opportunity to select the charity of their choice, and
that's part of it too. I challenge them to do a little bit of research on their own and try to find something that's a little closer to their hometown, because you can donate it to the American Cancer Society, and that's great, but people might not be getting that same money. Like I know my donations were going directly towards patients and helping them, whereas who knows where the American Cancer Society is so big that it might not go directly towards helping people. So that's what I challenge people to do.
It takes a sharp mind to even think of an idea like this, let alone in college.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
It is. And there's, if you just Google QBs vs. Cancer, they've got gear. I know I've bought a T-shirt, and all the proceeds, right, support different charities. So let's talk while he's on. Another accomplishment last week, to get into Denison a little bit, but Carter got his 100th touchdown pass of his career. So pretty incredible.
That's a lot of touchdowns.
That's a lot of touchdowns.
You got to toss it a lot of times. Let's get into that game while we've got him here. We might as well keep him here. I mean, he's gone 4 years just sitting over there eating, so we'll keep him for a minute. But first question, first things first, you change things up.
We
you
did.
won the toss and
we
you
did.
took the football.
It was this guy.
And you marched right down the field and put it in the end zone.
No, Carter brought it up. He had a good point. Why? And we had an emphasis of starting fast, and so
I nearly
agree.
fell over when you took the football.
It might be.
Shocked.
I think it's the first since I've been here.
It's got to be.
I think it is. So.
Did we against Northern? We didn't against Northern?
No, I'd have to go look. I don't think so.
That's the only one that would have.
Yeah, I don't think so. But
right down the field, 8 plays, 61 yards. Carter throws a touchdown pass to Zach Poff, 18 yards. That's a great drive to start things off.
Yeah, it was. And exactly how we were hoping, right? We talked about in the game before, in against River Falls, when we got clipping along, we were pretty impressive, right?
Yes, exactly.
And the emphasis was all week to start fast, and they did that, right? And so we're proud of them for that.
Right. They came back down, scored. You guys blocked the extra point. I think it was Jack Anderson maybe that got it.
Yeah, Jack did, and then
Marshawn
Marshawn scooped it up,
back,
and he was flying.
Quite a few years. Well, and that leads me to my next question. Who's the fastest guy on your team?
Carter pointed to he can get the award, the All-State award, but he's not getting that one. I that would be a good one.
Marshawn was scooting.
He was scooting. I know Eddie would tell you he is, but I don't think he is.
Well,
So,
that can lead us into our next score, Eddie from 80 yards.
yeah, he was moving there
One
too.
play, 12 seconds to go.
Impressive
go 80.
as he made probably 2 or 3 jump cuts before, right in the middle of the defense, it opened up, and that's when he took off.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
I don't know, if you've seen 40 times in NFL. Now, this was a rolling, meaning as he was running, but I did clock him for a 40.
Okay.
So from the 50 to the 10, he ran that in 4.18. So he was scooting, but that's without a start. So
well, that's still moving.
I agree.
You get a field goal out of Will Soulier as well. A 13-play, 81-yard drive. It's these new Scott's drives, these long, lots of plays that have become your new trademark this year.
I don't know about, long being maybe the number of plays, but
13 plays, yeah.
Yeah, but in that
6:16, that one was long. But
that one was long.
most of them are still only a couple minutes.
Correct. And
you like to keep the pace.
I think our long in the first game, the 16, 18 play drive, I think that was in the 5 minutes. So, yeah, a little bit different. But, again, guys, if we stay penalty-free, if we stay mistake-free, then we get things going.
All right, this is what I wanted to ask you guys about, because in the second quarter, you take that 19-6 lead, but then they come back down and score to make it 19-13. But then kind of a quick burst of adversity for you guys. You fumble, and they score in one play, 35 yards. All of a sudden, you've gone from up 19-6 to down 20-19. What's the feeling like on the sideline and whatnot from that?
I think it was pretty good, to be honest with you.
Fast.
It did, and I think that was maybe the shots came so quick that we didn't dwell on them. It was just, let's continue to be aggressive on our own end, and we were able to regain that pretty quickly.
Yeah, the ensuing possession, you guys go 10 plays, 70 yards. Carter throws his second touchdown pass of the afternoon to Zach Poff.
Yeah. Zach had a heck of a day. I think, caught 2 and threw for 1?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, he did. He did throw one. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm sure Carter's going to want to talk about that one. But I'm sure you're going to want to talk about the next one. 1:07 to go. Get the football back. 2 plays, 68 yards, 59-yard touchdown pass to Sam Couch. That was DB kind of went down.
That was fun. I think I broke a 10-second 40 on my run down the sideline. Pretty excited, and then forgot he had to hold, so I wasn't able to congratulate him right away. But he came off the ball, got pretty physical with the defender. He was a little bit impressed, and kind of put him on his backside.
Well, I was going to say, I looked up, and the defender was on the ground. So
yeah, and so physical play paid off there, and obviously Carter connected with him, and that's those are 2 quick, explosive answers to what you just said, the adversity part. And I always yell to the guys, how are we going to respond? You know,
Yep.
what's our response? And these were good ones.
So you come out of halftime, and I said that first possession of the second half was going to be very, very important, with Denison getting the football down 32-20. Well, they shot themselves in the foot pretty badly. Brock Boudry, your senior DB, just 12 seconds into the first half, a 30-yard pick six.
It was obvious they were trying to throw that ball out of bounds,
Yep.
and
it didn't
I
get
thought I
close.
had a shot at catching it, and then it kind of hung up in the air a little bit, and corner of my eye, I saw Brock, and then he was
probably the easiest 30 yards he's ever had to go.
He was gone. Yeah, there wasn't anybody really close to him, but a couple other Scots players, honestly.
Yep, 39-20. You get a quick stop, and then a 3-play, 65-yard drive, and you reverse the combo, Poff to Carter. Tell me about that one, Carter.
Yeah.
I think
is that your first receiving touchdown of your career? Of your college career?
Of my college career, yeah. I think
That's
it's
what I
my
thought.
career all time. Now I just need a punt return, a kick return, and I would have had everything.
Interception for a touchdown.
That's true. I don't have one of those.
I think we're getting into too many fingers, counting them up.
But,
so.
yeah, that was my first receiving touchdown, I think, of my career. But it was cool. I was just hoping because there was one guy to beat. I think Sam took him away, and so I was just wide open. I was expecting to get hit in the back when I caught it, so it looked a little awkward, but got in. It's cool.
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was a playoff of the play we ran the week before, and it worked obviously. So fun for Poff to get that touchdown pass. Not many receivers get an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and just 3 minutes into the third quarter, you'd taken a 12-point game and turned it into a 26-point game, and at that point, for all purposes, it's pretty well over. They're not going to come back on you.
We felt very comfortable on that, and Brian Morgan got another one.
I thought Brian Morgan played really well.
I think he is running the best ball he's ran, and we told him that, and it's obvious with he's striding the ball a little bit more. He had 13 carries for 74 yards, just doing a really nice job. That's a little over 5.5 yards a carry, and obviously Eddie's right. I mean, with an 80-yarder, your average is going to be pretty good. But he averaged 11.5 on the day with another 151-yarder. So
and it's again your balance for the second week in a row is incredible. 294 yards through the air, 279 yards on the ground. It's tough to beat that.
And I mean, a lot of credit again goes to Carter because there's far more run plays called, but he makes the read in that RPO system. He makes the guy wrong, right? That's his job, and he's doing a really good job of it.
The boombox on. I want to make sure Coach P knows.
It is on.
Yeah, Coach Palmatier, you're getting a shout out here.
Offense is very balanced. We're running the ball a lot of rushing yards.
So Coach Palmatier, the reason we wanted to, I guess, call him out is he's the O-line coach who I think would argue that we could always run the ball a little bit more. But
most offensive line coaches do feel that way.
I'd be worried if he didn't, to be honest with you.
They do need to protect the quarterback as well, and I see a big 0 sacks next to Carter's name there, so that means the pocket was probably pretty solid.
Yes.
It was beautiful. I think the only hit I took was the late hit on the back in our own goal line, third down.
I didn't even see that, and I saw a flag, and my mind went to no way did we hold, or that was a late holding call, and the official, quickly informed me that it was that was a late roughing the passer. So, and I saw him walking around, so then I didn't mind it too much,
That is a good thing.
And then defensively, we got Jet King had another great game. We're hearing some similar names from the week before with Jet King and Kugelman and Beaudry, and we already talked about him with the pick six, but just the way that he's commanding kind of the secondary and communicating. He's that QB on defense. And I know that another person I would like to, I can't remember if we mentioned him in week one, Joey Kostrubiak is a very physical ball player. He had a couple of tackles for loss, and he was in on a sack as well. And Parker Schumann, who transferred from Concordia, is playing outstanding.
He had a big sack.
He has an intensity to him, man, that he hates our low-tempo days, like practices. He wants to get after it every single day. And so Saturday is kind of his unleash kind of day, I call it for him.
All right, that's a good thing.
Yeah. And then, somebody that we also haven't mentioned, but sophomore Nate Sanders is playing corner and did some punt returning for us this past week.
Yeah.
And so a lot of guys stepping up, making huge contributions, and that's what it's about, right? That's what makes, in my opinion, this one the best sport, because it takes 11 and everybody to play their role.
We talked last week a little bit about how I thought your run defense was going to be very, very strong this season. 2 games in, one of the better run defenses in the nation, actually. You give up 37 yards on 24 carries.
Yeah. I think that's going to be...
They got 1 first down rushing.
Well, yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's going to be a little bit of the storyline for this week will be who can run the ball, because Dennison's defense has done pretty well against the run as well. So... Hanover's.
Hanover's, yeah.
And
I'm pretty sure you guys can run the ball. Pretty certain of that.
That's what we're going to have to establish, and we're looking forward to it.
When are you going to let Carter throw it 50 times?
Threw it 42 against River Falls.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
My arm was sore the next day.
Okay, so he doesn't want to throw it 50 times is what we're saying.
I would love where we don't need to.
Well,
right?
yeah, that would be great.
And I get it. You're talking to when I went to school here to throw the ball.
Oh gosh,
65
yeah, that
times
was regular.
Nothing, but it'd be yeah.
Well, this rushing attack you've got this season's pretty special so far. So
yeah, and I think again the depth that we have is done really well. And let's not forget. I mean, we're giving credit to the line, but our tight ends, Miles Haggart and
Colin Coffey. You've got some big blocking tight ends,
and they are enjoying that, right? I think sometimes you get tight ends, they want to be more glorified receivers than they want to be glorified guards. But these guys are really taking to heart the physicalness of that play. So they are doing outstanding job. Everybody up front so far, and we just gotta. Again, keep getting better every single day and keep improving. And there's going to be tweaks this week from last in order to establish a run game. And because obviously no defense is the same.
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned it's a 53-27 win for the Scots. We just kind of started talking about the game like everybody knew what happened, but it was a 53-27 win, even the record at 1-1, and cruise into next week. But we've got to shift gears here and talk volleyball here in a little bit. And you've often talked of your volleyball prowess. So
I will not talk about that with a real volleyball coach up here. All right, only when I'm,
We will see how long that statement lasts when we come back. We're live from Pizza One. And welcome back to the Alma Coaches Show, live from Pizza One in downtown Alma, joined by Alma College head football coach Jason Couch, and now Alma College head volleyball coach Leah Good, going into your 3rd season. Well, you're well into your 3rd season now. Very successful start to your season, sitting at 7-4. Tell us a little bit about the season so far.
Yeah, it's been really fun. We brought in a really good freshman class, so we do have a couple freshmen on the floor for us, which has helped us out a lot. With it being my 3rd year as well, we have a really good senior class, so I've had a couple seasons with them, some time with them. We've been able to really build a good culture, and that's helped us throughout the past season so far. So it's been a really good, fun season, and I'm excited to see what's to come.
Yeah, a lot of kind of gutty wins that you've gutted out a couple of 5-setters, a couple of 4-setters. Don't make it easy on yourselves, but get the wins.
Yeah, our first game of the season against Washington and Jefferson was a reverse sweep. So those first 2 sets, we were kind of figuring it out.
Okay.
When we got into that third set, we won. We actually ran out of subs, and we had one of our senior setters who does not play in the front row, actually playing in the front row for the first time.
Oh, wow.
She does not block, so we did it without a block, and we won somehow. And after that, we took the next 2 sets and got our first win of the season.
It's awesome.
Perfect. Yeah.
I didn't know what a reverse
Sweep. So,
sweep was.
Yep, we lost the first 2 sets, won the next 3.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's the way you want to do it. That really kind of breaks the spirit.
So I'm
of
trying
the
to
opponent.
think of if we lost all 3 quarters, but then in the 4th came back, right? That would be somewhat of an equivalent.
Yeah, you did that to a team called Mount Union once.
Reverse sweep right there.
I like it. Yeah,
that
and
was
those
a
are fun.
reverse sweep.
Those are fun. You're right.
It was a lot of fun.
And I'll be in the 19. There we go.
Right, exactly. So tell me a little bit about your tournament coming up, because you just told Coach Couch and I a little bit about it during the break. The first ever tournament you guys are hosting?
Next weekend, we have our first ever Alma Invitational. So we have a couple teams coming to us, so we'll be hosting some games on Friday and on Saturday. It'll be a really good weekend for us because instead of being on the road, we'll be home.
Which is very nice.
Yeah. I'm excited. We'll be able to whenever volleyball's home, we're able to. I think our guys are pretty good in attendance and have some fun there. And this will be the night before a pretty important game to us,
Correct,
Hope
yes.
College. So we'll be there full out, and I can guarantee that'll be a loud one. That'll be really fun. But we had a good showing for game against Heidelberg, where again I don't know much about volleyball, but I can certainly tell like the energy that this team's playing with is really fun, and it's crazy. I hope they see that too. Like, game 2, I think it was. The amount of chants and cheers and whatever that they're doing, right? That's a different world than what I have. But
it is.
It seemed to match that play on the court as well, and it was a lot of fun. So.
Give us a little preview of conference play. I know you've got a couple of ranked opponents in the league, but what's that look like this year, and what are your prospects?
Yeah, so we will start with St. Mary's. That'll be a really good test for us. We have beaten them in conference the past 2 seasons, but they are looking pretty good this year. Then our home opener will be against Adrian. We're really looking for that win against them, and eventually we'll play Hope, who right now is 18th. And then Calvin this week did get some receiving votes. So when we get to those games, they'll be super fun for us. We know it'll be good competitive volleyball, but the conference is always pretty strong. I do think we're going to be pretty good, and a big goal of ours is to make the playoffs and hopefully host a playoff game for the first time in quite a while. So
that would be awesome.
What do you think separates like a ranked team? Is it all around play and movement, or they've got 2, 3, 6-footers and just hammer the ball?
I think it's both. I think it's their personnel, but I also just think it's the history of those teams. Calvin, their history is really good. They've won national championships. Last year was the first year that they did not make it to the NCAA tournament in 25 years. So just that alone is a big standard for them to reach every
beat them
single
and
year.
keep them out of it again.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Hopefully that's the plan. And then Hope, they have been national contenders every single year, but they have lost a couple girls. So their season, the way it's going right now, is very different than what they're used to. So I'm excited to play them and see what they really look like.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch, that's for sure.
Perfect. Looking forward to that for sure. Anything you want to add before we let you go?
I think, I'm excited for this weekend. We've had about a week off, so we've gotten 4 total practices to really prepare for it. And then I hope to see everybody at our next home game, and hopefully we have another dance party between those sets with the football team.
Yeah. It was great. It was so much fun
All right,
watching the interaction between court and stands. It was great.
Sounds good to me, and we are going to step aside here on the Alma Coaches Show, and when we come back, we will preview Saturday's home game against Hanover. Back after this. And welcome back to the Alma Coaches Show. We're live from Pizza One in downtown Alma, and Coach, your Scots getting set to take on a new opponent this weekend in Hanover. They will come to town. A lot of unknowns, obviously, when you face somebody new. You can watch all the film, but...
Yeah, not only are they new. There we go. Not only are they new, but also the opponents. You know, we don't have any mutual opponents,
right.
So that makes it a little bit challenging. They went against Butler, who's Division I non-scholarship team, so it was kind of, it's just, again, you don't know without that mutual competition what truly a team is made up of. But they're aggressive. They're going to take some shots on defense and bring some guys like we saw last week, but just different personnel makeup. Their quarterback is really strong with a wide receiver that can scoot and so I'm very excited. It's an opportunity for us, again, to challenge the guys before we go into conference play the following week. So, with Coach Good up here, one thing that we joked about with the interaction on the court and on the field, I think that's something that makes Alma quite special is the student camaraderie,
yes.
the support that we have all around campus. I mean, my guys love to go to the volleyball games, to go to the basketball when it's that season, and vice versa. I looked up into the stands last Saturday, and it was packed.
It was.
and they stayed. The score got a little bit out of touch in our favor, but
you want that.
We do. But I did look back, and the crowd was largely still there, and that's pretty incredible. And it was hot, man. And so I just can't say enough about how special Alma is, and again, how everybody supports one another, and it's pretty awesome. So we love being back home. Our Scotsman Walk is going to take place 2 hours and 10 minutes prior to kickoff. So at 10:50, we'll be led through campus by a bagpiper, and if you haven't seen that, I think it's worthwhile.
Yeah,
and
man, it is Hall of Fame weekend, correct?
It's Hall of Fame, and just love every bit of it. We're gonna have some alumni on. We've got an entire team, a volleyball team. That's
exactly.
I think it's the 2004 volleyball team that's going in, and so deserving is Coach Griffin. Denny Griffin has been at Alma for forever. I think honestly 42, 43 years, something along those lines. He and his assistant Phil Hansen are going in the Hall of Fame and for softball, and so well deserved. Denny was just transitioning out of the training room when I was playing at Alma in the mid-'90s, and I can't say enough. He's a mentor. He's got over 1,000 wins in his career, just outstanding. So wish them a great night on Friday, and then they'll be recognized again in front of the crowd on Saturday.
Should be an awesome environment at Balke Field on
Absolutely.
Friday. That's going to be a 1 o'clock kickoff. We will have that one on elmascots.com, on the MIAA network, and also 1049WQBX.com. 12:45, the Mercantile Bank Scots pregame show, 1 o'clock kickoff. Our next broadcast is going to be Friday night as the Alma Panthers take on Bridgeport on the road at Bridgeport. 6:45 for the Panther pregame show, 7 o'clock kickoff from Bridgeport. Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Thanks to Carter, and thanks to head volleyball coach Leah Good as well for joining us. And, what else do you want to add before we let you go?
Well, as always, thanks everybody, and of course, go Scots!